1, go. Alright, so this is basically your cute little 2D side-scroller platform game. You got your power-ups that you're going to be using to traverse through levels, but in 100%, you're going to be using these power-ups in different ways to unlock crystal shards. At the moment, I'm basically going to be just kind of powering through these levels with a single fire power-up. It's the fastest way to go. And there are 3 shards per stage. Each stage having its own mini-boss as well. Yes, I know how to use Kirby's copy ability, guys. I know. It's astounding, isn't it? But yeah. Basically, you got a little Force tutorial there. We're gonna want to grab this bomb power up here for a shard that's right about here. You can tell because the block was black. So usually the color of the blocks indicate what kind of power-ups you need. And we got our first mini-boss. It's Waddle Dee, except he's possessed, so he's Waddle Doo, I guess? So we're just gonna throw a bunch of bombs at him until he dies. Just kidding. We got rid of the darkness, so he's back to normal. Also, I forgot to split. It's fine. Alright, stage 2. Stage 1, 2, I should say, because there's 6 worlds, technically 7. We're gonna grab some fire here, just like before, and just kind of blaze past here. Waddle dead, more like it. He's not dead, though. We'll see him again, don't worry. He's our buddy. But yeah, this level's pretty simple. There's no, like, special power-ups we need. We can just fire through everything. And look, it's Waddle Dee. He's got a lift for us, except we're gonna completely ignore the lift and plunge into the abyss. Because there's a shard here. You can see it by indicating those little stars there. And we're just gonna float back up. And just fire to the exit. Now we got a mini-boss. Grab the shard. And now we gotta save another friend. It's Adeline, the artist. Believe it or not, Adeline is a girl. Most people think she's a boy. As she draws paintings and makes them come to life to attack Kirby. Nothing special, really. You just fire at them. Now she's gonna summon a big ice giant thing. Takes 3 hits to beat it. We're gonna hope it doesn't jump on the 3rd hit. And it didn't. Cool. Alright, and now she's done a painting thing, so she's just gonna come and dash at us, but we can just trip her. And now she's back to normal. Yeah, that's a girl. Alright, 1-3. You can guess it. We gotta save another friend. This time it's DDD. So we're basically gonna fire through the first couple areas here, because we do need a power-up for later, but we don't get it until later. Because, you know, it's 100%. We gotta get all the shards, right? The 80% route, by the way, is really boring, and you just fire through every stage. I don't like any percent. I prefer 100%. Like, there's more variety to it. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention there. D3. Oh, you're right. Alright, so we're gonna toss our firepower up here, grab this boomerang guy, spit it at this other one, and now we got a giant boomerang, which we're gonna use to break this block down here. We're gonna ignore Adeline's Maxim tomato there. We don't need it. It just fully restores our health. And now we can get rid of the cutter ability. The double cutter. Now we can just float on up. Grab another firepower up. And you can see this is where we're supposed to go, because there's a light on this chain. How can we help King DDD? By beating him up. There's also 2 stages to this fight, three hits each. One where he's on the ground and one where he's in the air. Now he's floating! My favorite power mix in this game is probably electric with cutter, which you'll see later. It's a lightsaber, basically. Or you could have fire and cutter, which is a giant flaming sword. Alright, now we got our first world boss in Wispy Woods. Basically, you gotta take out his minions here, and then his roots. No, Fridge is terrible, I'm sorry. Fridge being ice and electric. I mean, Fridge does heal you at least, so there's that. So basically, he's gonna summon apples at us. That's usually what we use to hit him with, but we've got fire, so we're good. There we go. And that's World 1's boss down. Kirby, of course, being cute and saying hi to us. Alright, World 2, Rockstar. We're in a desert, basically. There's a special power-up combination we need for this stage. That is the rock and the electric. You will need it for the last shard of this level. It's a little bit tricky to get, so I might have to concentrate when we get to that. Alright, so here's our rock enemy here. I'm gonna grab it right now. And just hop over the enemies. We don't need to worry about them. Everybody's saying hi to Kirby, because he's cute. Alright, here's our first crystal shard. We're just gonna float on up to this opening in the ceiling here. And we got another mini-boss, go figure. Alright, now we got an auto-scroller where we're just climbing up ladders as the sand is rising in the room. Trying to bury us. I know, Jan. But wait! There's nowhere left to go. What do we do? Are we gonna get buried? Oh, nope. Here comes our buddy Waddle Dee to save the day. Breaking a hole in the ceiling. Alright, here's the last part. You can see that yellow and brown block there. That indicates I need the electric and rock power-up together. Which we get the electric power-up down here. There we go. So now we got a lightning boulder. How can the screen scroll on its own? It's like it's an auto-scroller or something. So I think this power-up's pretty cool. You just have a bouncing boulder. Controlled by a magnetism. A Thunderstone, that's right, it's Pokemon. Alright. 2-2, our first Ruins level. We're gonna get rid of our power-up right away. Take one of these cactus here. It gives us the needle power-up. I didn't mean to grab two. Just need one. Then we're gonna take this rock power-up here and combine it for a drill! We're just gonna float above these collapsing pillars here. We're gonna need the drill for the next stage, so we're gonna want to keep this. You could try to evolve Pikachu with this power-up if you want. Alright, so basically the rest of the section, I can just hold down the B button for the drill. There's gonna be falling borders, but we're too fast for them to hit us. Alright, and now we got a little bit of a maze section here with some collapsing floors. The first crystal shard is actually in this maze. We're gonna have the floor collapse. And collapse again, and then fall, and there we go, there's shard 1. Our next shard is in this dark room here, kinda right there. Can't really miss it. There's gonna be ghosts throwing fire at us, so I guess that's the most spoopy Halloween you're gonna get with this game, aside from 6-2. The music for 6-2, that is, that you heard during the marathon earlier, actually. You're gonna be hearing it soon. So this room has a lot of rising pillars that try to crush you. We're obviously gonna be hopping over them, so we don't get crushed and insta-killed. But this one we're actually gonna use to help us rise to the top here. Oh yeah, and collecting so many stars, as you can see below my health, gives you extra lives, which is always nice. It's nice safekeeping, so we don't get game overs. And now we've got our first DDD section. There's a shard in this room. We're gonna use DDD's hammer to break some of these walls here. DDD's vandalizing. What is this? In a kid's game? Oh yeah, the only thing we really gotta watch out for there is these fire-breathing guys. And the shards right here. There we go. Now we can leave. which is on the top right here. Oh yeah, this little mini game here, you can get extra stuff by timing your jumps. But obviously, since we're doing a speed run, we're gonna ignore all that. Alright, so our first shard is right there inside that little dinosaur bone. There's a section here that we just broke with the drill. And now I don't need the drill anymore. I can grab another fire power up. I'm gonna grab the health here. Or not. I got debated. Alright, so there's two sinkholes here. One of them leads to a mini-boss that leads us to a shard. The other one doesn't. So, yeah. Obviously, we're going to be taking the mini-boss out for the shard. Because this is 100%. Gotta get all the shards, man. We're basically going to float above all these enemies and just keep firing over them. Timing our puffs of breath here. And then fall into the water here. Shard Man, is that a Robot Master? Yes, this is Mega Man. Alright, now we got a short little underwater section here. Gonna grab some stars along the way. It never hurts to have some stars for extra lives. Doesn't really cost any time either. Maybe like a second or two at most, but it's fine. Alright, now we got a swimming upwards section where there's a shard at the very top, and there's falling bones coming after us. One on the right, so we go left, and then right, and then left again, and then right. Just hug the wall. There we go, there's the shard. And that's 2-2. Alright, so we're immediately going to get rid of the fire power up here, grab this rocket, gives us a bomb power up. We're going to need it for later. But for now, we're going to save it. We're heading onto a rocket ship. Or whatever you want to call this. Now we got another auto-scroller with the lift and cannons firing at us. Usually what I do is I dance to this section with Kirby. Like this. Alright, now I can just float up when you see the 3 cannons there. Alright, so this section you got moving blocks. It's faster to go to the left side. Slightly. I think. Alright, now we're gonna take this bomb power up, throw it at this electric guy here, and now we've got a light bulb, which we can use to, you guessed it, light up dark rooms. So that puzzle there is some drawings that Adeline made. It allows us to see what the combination was. I believe it was Fish, Moon, Star? Yep. Now this section, we just literally float on up, and if you're missing any health, you can grab this Maxim Tomato here. Fully heal you. And now we got a mini-boss, again. Alright, this section, literally just climb up poles. It's faster to go up the left one because you can see little orbs there spawning, trying to hit us. And they don't spawn on the left side, right, like, to get in your way, so it's nice. Alright, now we got our World 2 boss, Pix. The first part is an auto-scroller, getting up this tower. For this, like, there's 3 diamond pieces. This first one you can literally just duck under. This next one, gotta be a little careful. Now they're spinning up and down. But wait, there's a third one now, and now they're going up and down. Alright, here we go. Now we actually get to fight them, because we're at the top. So we're gonna hope that they spin, which they're not. So we're gonna get rid of our power up here, unfortunately. And basically, we want to spit the same color of things at them. Alright. Well, there's the spin, so we might lose a little bit of time here. Normally, you're supposed to use your spark here. To damage them all at once, and you jump in the middle of them. Alright, there we go. That's Pix. So yeah, a very RNG-reliant boss, unfortunately. But I'm actually still out of my PB. Alright, now we have Aquastar, arguably the best music of the game. Because listen to how chill this is. So for this one, we need ice and bomb. Not right away though, so we're gonna grab another fire. Aquastar is just so good. Alright, now we got some bouncy bubbles that shoot us up. Our first shard's actually in this section. Just float on up to the left side here. Land here, and I'm gonna float above these enemies here. And just fire over everything. Alright, here's our ice power-up. We're gonna throw this away. Take this. Here's some frogs that can eat us. Alright, here's our bomb. We're gonna grab this, and now we're an exploding snowman. gonna jump over some of these enemies here. That one will hit us if we don't go dart to the left real quick there. This guy's kind of, his minions are kind of a jerk. They'll usually always hit you there. So what we're gonna do to get rid of this is just jump at it from below. Alright, gonna ignore this tomato here. We don't need it. Jump over all these enemies. Slide on down. Use our little bomb here. Break this brick here. Have it shoot us up to this shard here. Now we can get rid of her power-up. Because we don't need it anymore. And that's 3-1. Three, two. We need a fire and a rock power-up here. So, this is the first level. We have the mountain stream music, which is also pretty relaxing. I mean, let's face it, a lot of this game's music is relaxing. Just in general, everything's so cute. So we're gonna grab our rock power-up here. And our fire power-up is in this area. Now we got a collapsing rock bridge, so we're just gonna run across. Notice how cute he is? He just runs with his eyes closed. Like, not even taking caution to the wind. Here's our fire power-up, and now we're a volcano. Like, literally a volcano. So you can see that red and brown block right there that we can blow up. And now I don't need this power-up anymore. You're gonna be seeing me do that a lot, just tossing power-ups once I get their shard. And now we've got a raft section with Waddle Dee. Because gotta have him every level. This is usually the time I take some spare health food items in case I'm low on health, and also some stars for lives. Because, I mean, it's an auto-scroller anyway, might as well. And a shard's right here. You can see it's warning us that there's an obstacle coming nearby. It's when you want to jump. Alright, now we got invincibility, which, if I had webcam going right now, I'd be sitting here dancing to this music because it's so catchy. Like, I literally dance every time I hear this music. But careful, there's a shard right here. You'd miss it if you didn't know otherwise. You know, I've never actually played Epic Yarn, but I've seen gameplay of it. Waddle Dee's spider sense. My spider senses are tingling. Alright. What we do with every single time, grab some fire, and just blast through. Load over these rolling logs here and continue using fire, of course. And we're done with 3-2. Alright, 3-3. 3-3 is a run killer, because there's two different power-up combinations you need here, and tight timing for both. Well, tight timing for the second one, I should say. You can literally lose 3 minutes here if you don't time things correctly. But it being a marathon, I just restart the run, or the level, so no big deal. That's why I put a generous estimate, because my PB is actually like a 134 or something. So, sorry, 133. Because there's 2 stages where I can lose like 3 minutes because of tricky power-up combinations. Alright, we're gonna take away this fire here. Thankfully, we can respawn enemies. Like this. We're gonna grab this cutter right here, and then combine it with a bomb! And now, Kirby's a ninja! We've got bomb shurikens. We're gonna need it for a shard pretty soon. I'm gonna play it safe, grab the tomato down here, blow up this rock, which was black and green, for a shard. And then we're gonna immediately discard our cool little ninja power-up, sadly, because we're gonna need another one. Alright, we're gonna take this rock right here, and the reason why you need to reset this is because you can't go back to this area, and this is the only place you can get the rock power-up. Alright, so I gotta be careful here. There we go, got it. So now Kirby can shapeshift into rock animals. Which, if you've played Kirby's Dream Land 3, you should recognize all of these animals. I believe it's Dream Land 3. I could be wrong. We're gonna use the weight of our rockiness to make us bigger. Now we need to turn into the hamster. It's the only pet that allows us to climb this wall, because there's a shard up here. Unfortunately, it's RNG on what dictates, and you basically gotta sit here and tap A at a rhythm for Ricky the hamster to climb the wall. Yeah, so we probably got some time save here, actually, because I did get that power-up first try. But we still got 5-2 to worry about, which has another tricky power-up to get. Use our rock animal to just float on down here. And there we go, we're done with 3-3. I'm actually about 3 minutes ahead of my PB now, because of that. So, pretty nice, if I'd be able to PB during a marathon. Alright, so we got our first underwater level. You just float down with the rock, it's faster. No. Now we're gonna get rid of our power-up. Most casual people don't know you can do this, You can take a fish, have it hover above your head, and you can swim faster. So, 3-4, our first full underwater level, excuse me, hiccups. Alright, there are currents in this one. We want to try to stay close to the left side and not get hit by enemies. Because there's a shard at the very top middle here. Right here. Alright, that's fine. We can grab a... We're gonna need a bomb power-up, but we can grab it during this section here. Right here. Alright, so there's a shard down here. We're gonna use this pole because there's a current pushing us. Go all the way to the bottom, and then grab the shard. Grab some health, doesn't hurt. There we go, and now we got a mini-boss, which is a bomb fish. How does bombs hurt a bomb fish? I don't know. There's also a current going, so yeah, fun times. There we go. And now we just swim to the right here. Alright, now there's a current blowing us to the right with boulders coming at us. And our last shard is right here. For this area, at least. And that's 3-4. Now we got Acro. We're gonna need the bomb power-up for him as well. Because it's got a little bit of a delayed hitbox, as you can see. Just chuck bombs at him. There we go. That's phase 1. As you'll be seeing with these world bosses, they all have 2 phases. Wait, I have no idea what you're saying, Thermal. I'm sorry. By the way, Capri, real quick, I don't think you updated the up next thing, because it still says Kirby 64. There we go. Now, Kirby sounds the absolute cutest when he says hi while he's underwater. Wait for it. Ah. Alright, World 4, Neo Star. Volcano levels, basically. We're gonna want to grab a rock power up here. There are jungles and pitfalls here. You can tell that there's a shard here because there was a spider and nothing underneath it. It's about the only way you could tell. Our next shard is right here. We're just climbing up some vines. Trying to dodge these fire guys. You'd think the fire guys would burn the vines, but nope, video game logic. Alright, in this section we got some swinging vines. Basically gonna use the momentum to push us, like that. Am I Mario now? It is a Nintendo game. Alright, now we've got some collapsing logs. And swinging logs. As you can see, if it's swinging the other direction, it actually pushes you away. If you don't want, you want to keep the momentum with you. You can't really see it, but the shard's actually above this log here. Up in the trees here. Alright, invincibility time! Time to dance. And we got our rock power up. And that's 4-1. That was a gold. Alright, what we're gonna do before we move on to 4-2 is we're actually gonna backtrack to 2-4. Grab this bomb power up here. Gives us the worst power up in the game, which is Dynamite. Dynamite can actually hurt Kirby. It's horrible. But our first shard is actually right here as we're falling. So you gotta keep an eye on it. Alright, and now we got a minecart section with Wallaby. But gotta keep our eyes peeled because there's a shard during this minecart section. Gotta jump right here. And then there it is. Now you'd think, huh, Shadow. We're only in the second area, we already have 2 shards. Isn't this stage kind of short? Oh, I wish. I wish it was that short. No, it's gonna be a while before we get to the 3rd shard. Because this is probably one of the worst stages of the run. Basically, just dodge everything and just move along. Don't want to use our power-up. Yeah, pretty much, Jan. Gotta be Dynamite for 1,000,000 years before we can use it. And you gotta save it for the entire level, too, because you can't get it during the level. Which is why we had to backtrack. Alright, this area is what I like to call the gauntlet of enemies. There's a lot of enemies we gotta dodge. Okay. We're alright. Alright, now we can use the dynamite. Gonna put on our hard hat. Otherwise it hurts Kirby. Now we can get rid of this stupid power-up. I'm gonna grab Cutter here. It'll make this mini-boss a lot easier. There we go. Now we can grab this tomato here, because we need the health. Also, there's a lot of blocks that can squash us, so we gotta be careful. Also, stuff can hit us. So, there's that too. And there's 4-2. Just like that. 4-3. 4-3 is a pretty cool stage. Gotta grab the drill right away, which thankfully they're both right here. Now we can get rid of it. Ah, I needed that ice power up there. Oh well, I can respawn it. Okay. We're gonna need an ice and a rock power up for 4-4. Which we can grab right here. Now we're a curling stone. Just gotta be careful of these flying birds. Raptor things. I don't know, man. What do you want to call them? Alright, this part's pretty interesting. So Adeline makes a painting, and we have to match that painting with these blocks. Thankfully, she gave us, like, the one that takes, like, the average amount of time to make, but not the fastest. The fastest is the top hat. There we go. I'm glad that she didn't do pizza, because I forgot how to make that one. Off the top of my head. I do have a guide open for that, but yeah, I'd rather not have to use it if I don't have to. Because the pizza one's in such a weird shape. I don't know, man. It's hard to describe. Also, we lost this thing. That's not good. thankfully backtrack for it real quick, but we're just gonna beat the stage real quick. Alright, the third shard, you can tell there's a star right here, and you just fall right down. Ah! Okay. We're fine. And that's 4-3. I gotta backtrack slightly and grab the ice and the rock power-up, though. Because we're gonna need it for 4-4. But it shouldn't take long to get. Just minor hiccup. There we go. Now we can move on. Now we're finally in the volcano. Which, might I add, this music's awesome. Also, there's falling boulders, which is, yeah. Some of them are a pain in the butt to dodge. So I gotta keep my eye on the screen. Alright, now we got a DDD section again. I know, we haven't seen our buddy DDD in a while. What's up with that? But now he's here, again. Breaking some blocks, taking names, you know, the usual DDD things. And our first shard is actually right here. There we go. Now he's gonna fling us into the next room. Hey buddy, can you throw us? Alright, cool. So there's actually some holes right where those enemies are. We're obviously going to bounce back and forth if we go into them, so that's why I jumped onto the blocks there. Alright, now we can finally use our ice stone to grab this shard here, and now I don't need it. Because what better way to use power-ups than to immediately discard them once we have used them up? Now we can just fire. In a volcano, somehow fire kills enemies. I don't get it either, guys. Alright, now we got a section where the lava is rising. So we're just gonna float on up. First the wall of fire was chasing us, almost like Ocarina of Time Fire Temple. And now lava's rising, almost like Paper Mario. Alright, but before we go, we're actually gonna grab this and combine for a fire sword. That's gonna be used against this world's boss. Don't forget that Charizard beat Magmar by tossing him into a volcano. I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, so we got Magman, the boss of Neostar, World 4. Easiest way to beat him was with the fire sword. Don't ask me how. He's gonna shoot tentacles at us. I missed. There we go. That's phase 1. As with all bosses, they have 2 phases. Is that the blob from Tetris Attack? Not exactly. This is Magman. It's not Blark. I'm just gonna breathe fire at us. We just duck under it. There we go. That's a 1 cycle on phase 2. Very nice. Now we have World 5, which is arguably the hardest world of the speedrun. Time to ditch the fire sword, because we don't need it anymore. Now we're gonna grab 2 fire power-ups, which is actually pretty handy. Although, albeit, you can't control this when it stops, so yeah. Bit of a trick. Because you can land on top of enemies a lot there. Like I almost just did. Fire sword beats magma boss. Exactly. Climb some ladders here while things are flying at us. No problem though, they're too slow. And now we got a bobsled run with Waddle Dee. He's back again. Also, Shiver Star music is pretty relaxing too. So of course we're gonna grab more stars. We don't need health this time around though. But stars definitely don't hurt for the extra life. There is of course a shard during this section. We're going to be jumping on top of a second igloo to get it. It's right here. Waddle Dee with the waddle sense. Dude, you know it. Bye-bye, Waddle Dee. Alright, now we got a mini-boss. It's a little bit tricky to hit him, though. For the final hit, at least. Alright, so what we're gonna want to do is float above him. And not lose my power-up. Yeah, now I gotta restart the level. Because I lost my power-up. Oh well, I've lost runs to 5-1 as well. That's why I did mention World 5 sucks. It sucks really bad. And usually you'll just fire right into enemies, just like that. Thankfully, well, at least we got more lives out of it. So there's always that. And here's Waddle Dee again. Thankfully, it saves when you've already gotten a shard. So we don't need to grab the shard again during this section. Of course, I'd normally reset a run if I had to restart a stage like this, but obviously, Marathon can't. So now, when you grab a shard that you've already grabbed, it gives you 10 stars. Which is why I grabbed it. Alright, let's try not losing our power-up this time. There we go. The only way we can break this thing up here is with the double fire. I think. I'm pretty sure of that. Yep. Just falling on top of enemies. Why not? Oh boy. I don't know why I didn't run there. Kirby just didn't want to. Oh well. Now I can freeze ice enemies. Because that makes sense too. Don't worry about it. Alright, our last shard is down here. Somehow Kirby's able to swim in freezing water. I don't get it either. Also, there's like no way to dodge that enemy when you come back up. It's really annoying. This being the general, like, level it is, ice physics, of course, you really shouldn't be surprised. I'm not. Alright, and there's 5-1 finally. I lost, like, 2 minutes. It's no big deal, though. I'm actually still on PB pace. 5-2, as long as we don't screw this up, because this is also a run killer of a stage. We should be in good shape. Also, if you're familiar with Kirby music, this is actually a remix of, whatchamacallit. I already forgot the name of it. butter building, yeah. That's it. So now we're in the clouds, there's some updrafts pushing us up, so kind of debates us with food there that we can't really get. And now we got another little bubble section. There's a shard in this section, it's on the top left. But if we shoot straight up, we leave. So, just gotta time it. Alright, we're gonna need the needle power-up from one of these little smug guys here. You remember them. The guys with the pointy hats that shoot straight up and try to poke you. They're jerks. Thankfully, we can poke him right back. Spikes. Alright, our next power-up, we're gonna need electric. There's only one chance to get it. And the guy likes to jump off the edge a lot, so yeah. It's a bit tricky to get. And I left the level. That's fine. I'm gonna grab the electric real quick, and then come back. Alright, so what chance I had at a PB is now gone. Oh well. It happens. 5-2 is an awful level anyway. And the guy jumped off. And he did it again. Really likes doing that and annoying me. Come here. Thank you. Alright. Whoops, I didn't mean to come back here. I meant to go here. There we go. So yeah. Gotta redo some parts, unfortunately. Happens, you know? That's why I made a generous estimate. I can just shoot straight up here. I can ignore the shard. I already got it. Alright, so the power-up we're looking for would be a combination of this and these guys, which is a lightning rod. Pretty cool. Alright, thankfully I don't have to worry about trying to shoot this guy, because it looks like he already jumped off. Like he usually does. Before that thing can eat me, I'm just gonna zap it. Alright, now we finally got the mini-boss. There we go. Only lost like 3 minutes. Don't worry about it. Alright, 5-3. Our first time into the factory. We're actually gonna keep the lightning rod for a little bit, because it actually helps. Because we're going up conveyor belts, and stuff gets in our way. Didn't hit B right fast enough. There's a shard right here. Before we leave this first area. And now we're on an elevator. Okay, we're low on health. Gotta be careful. Alright, got more health. Now I can ditch the lightning rod. We're gonna need drill for the next area, 5-4. So, gotta grab a needle and a rock. Which is later. Alright, now, of course, got a mini-boss. Because, of course, what area doesn't have a mini-boss? This time it's a spider mini-boss. Without legs. Adeline's gonna paint some pictures. She's gonna tell us what buttons we need to press. I believe that's melon, lemon, and then chestnut. So, green, yellow, and then brown. There we go. I'm gonna float above these collapsing bookcases, otherwise they smush us and kill us instantly. And our rock guy is actually right here. There we go. Almost missed him. grab some health here, because why not? And that's... Oh, no, never mind, I lied. I forgot we have one more section. That cannon's constantly firing at us. Not offhand, no. Alright, and now we got 5-4. We're inside another factory? I guess? What? Now it actually sounds like factory music. I'd have to, like, think about it, and then get back to you on that. I know for a fact that Ice and Needle and Ice and Cutter aren't. Neither is Ice Fire. Or Fridge. Alright, now we got another deity section. Hopefully you didn't miss him too much. We're actually gonna need, another power-up for after this. And it happens to be my favorite power-up combination. Which is the lightsaber. Also, don't get hit by those hammers. They instant kill you. Just whatever you do, don't get hit by the hammers on the conveyor belt. Alright, now I can ditch the drill. Fridge? Ooh, don't want to die. Gotta be careful. Okay. There's an electric guy actually right above this cake. It debates you there. You think, oh, it's safe, is it? It's not safe. Alright, so this is one of the... Oh no, wait, we have a mini-boss, I forgot. Okay. Now, this is one of the worst sections of the entire run. So, we've got cannons firing at us, and of course this thing can smush us, which instant kills us. Cannons can stop you from moving, which sucks. Really bad. So we're gonna try to keep our running momentum here, that way we can go fast. Playing it safe. Because I don't want to get smushed. Alright. So, now we got a section where stuff can smush us some more. Those electric walls there. We're gonna grab a cutter here, because we're gonna need it. For the boss. And there's a shard during this mayhem. Right here. Yep. If they hit you, you're dead. So... fortunately, that's more time loss. But thankfully, it just respawns us to this area. It's not, like, horrible. I'll just play it safe. I was trying to play it risky. And it failed. Go toward the middle. Wait. Wait for these robots to come back. And then just float on up. There we go. And we out of 5-4. True, they are static and don't aim at you directly. They aim at you directly in 5-3 though. For this boss, we're going to want to backtrack back to 5-1, grab a fire power-up, because we're going to need the fire sword again. It's the best power-up for bosses. Most bosses. Alright, so basically we want this robot to slap or clap, preferably clap. Alright, there's the slap. You can hit him once. There's the clap. You can hit him 3 times. Like that. Rockets can't hit him. Alright, good RNG for the robot. For the first phase, at least. Second phase, he turns into a rocket. And we gotta hit the end part right here. By having our sword stick up. There we go. That's the robot. Pretty easy. Surprisingly. Usually he'll attack us with the claws, which are a pain in the butt to dodge. That's a gold. Alright, World 6-1. It's not too bad. It's basically a remake of 1-1, if you remember that level. But we want to grab Spike and Bomb, which is later in the level, for a shard. Easy peasy. Exactly. We got a buzzsaw. As it's digging into the floor, we're literally just gonna spam spikes because the spikes go underneath the floor, which is nice. Alright, here's our bomb guy. Gotta be careful not to kill him accidentally. There we go. Now we've got those spike enemies, except they shoot out explosive spikes. There we go. Get rid of it. And there's 6-1. Before we move on to 6-2, we're actually going to need to backtrack and grab an electric guy right here. And now for the spoopy music. The very fitting stage music for Halloween. Part of it's underwater, part of it isn't. We're gonna need the saber again, real quick. Because we couldn't get enough of it in World 5. We're gonna be using it again in World 6. In fact, we're using the saber for the majority of World 6. Because, spoiler alert, we're using it for 6-3 as well. Alright, so if I remember, it's left, right... Oh, nope, never mind, I didn't remember. For some reason I thought I had to go left again. Well, there's a shard right here that, yeah, most people miss. Because in order to unlock the true final boss is, you gotta get all the shards. Here's Adeline again, giving us some invincibility. Break through these blocks really fast. Naturally, I'm dancing again. And that's 6-2. Pretty short stage. Alright, 6-3. Basically a minion rush stage. With some pretty cool jazz music. Or whatever you want to call this. First shard right here. Gonna use the saber to take out most of the enemies, but unfortunately I can't keep the saber because I gotta get rid of it right now. And the reason why is because we need a power-up for this room right here. The bow, which is the worst power-up in the game. But now we can get the saber back. So all is well. So I'm not 100% sure how to optimize fighting these aerial enemies with the saber. I really don't know. Because they're up there, and it's a pain in the butt to hit them. There we go. Got another air minion rush thing. There we go. That's the last shard that, well, second last shard that we need for the run. Alright, that's 6-3. And now we get to do the final boss of any percent if you don't get all the shards. But we did get all the shards, so basically he's going to turn into a bunch of different forms that he'll use against you. This first phase being the bomb form, and you basically take the power up, spit him back at him. Then we got rocks. This is probably the coolest design for a boss, in my opinion. Cutter. Alright, it takes three hits to beat a phase. There we go. That's ice phase, we're back to bomb phase. It's not earthbound, no. Here's the needle phase. I missed the third shot. Fire phase. Dang. The electric phase. Dang. Rock phase. Fire phase. Okay. Lightning phase, I believe. Yep. Ah. I was hoping. There we go. Miracle Matter down. Now we got the final world and the final boss. 0-2 and the Dark Star. I'm actually gonna grab this life here. I'm already, like, I'm pretty comfortable on making estimate, but not a PB. Alright, here we go. It's 0-2. That would be, yep, that's him. The winged bloody eye. Alright, so timing's gonna stop on the last hit of his health. Star Fox 64 now. You're right. Use the boost to get through. Alright. I'm hoping I can 2-cycle this guy. I don't think I'm going to. But I'll keep you posted. Time might be coming up soon. Nope, not yet. Didn't get the 2-cycle, unfortunately. Alright. Gonna be coming up in a couple seconds here. Time. And yeah, that's Kirby 64. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I don't know where Capri's at the moment, but yeah, hopefully we can continue moving on with the marathon. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the marathon.